Shalom, everyone. Hope that you are doing well today. Welcome in. Today is March 21st, 2025. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy spring. Although some people are getting snow right now, so I don't know where you're at in the world and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully you're able to keep warm and things like that. I had spent 2 weeks out in my vehicle, still dealing with criminals, and the Most High God's been my shield, my buckler. Y'all, many of y'all know my story. My vehicle they won't start, and I really took a toll in my body with that because I had to sleep set up in a seated position for 2 weeks. There's a couple times I tried to, turn around my rear end in my seat and put my feet up in the ceiling to try to drain some water that has just been, I don't know, flowing down to my ankles. They looked really, really bad. Last night was the first night that I, in about 2 weeks, have been able to sleep in a bed. And I give praise, glory, and honor to the person who helped me do that. And I still will be able to sleep the next couple of nights in a bed. And all praise, glory, and honor to God. I just sat there in my bed and just thanked the Most High for allowing me to rest. And so anyway, those of you who have helped me along the way and you've been sincere, I appreciate you so very much. God's going to give justice for this kind of stuff that's going on with his people. So it's really hard to live in a vehicle, and those of you who are dealing with similar things, I stand with you in faith and all that kind of stuff. I've never dealt with what I've dealt with in the last couple of years of my entire existence, but you really find out who you are when you go through trials and tribulations, and you either find that you're a wimp or you're strong in God. And I'm grateful that what my parents installed on the inside of me, it was the truth. And I have found strength on the inside of me that I probably would have looked at my life if God would have rolled back a curtain and let me look down the road years ago about it. I probably would have said I probably would be able to make it through that. I'm grateful what I have found on the inside of me, and that is God, and he's truthful in the midst of a trial. And so anyway, I did 2 readings today on 2 other my platforms. Please go watch the one in the community section here on this platform. That it better, first of all, let me just say something. My channels belong to me, Shannon Hensley. And any person who's tried to stop anything from being seen in the community section in any way, shape, or form, you are under a judgment. I don't care who you are. The police and the government's come out really strong today. And God ain't messing around with you. He don't give a rip what your title is if you're not upright in him. And it better be released right now for the public. I have rights. You are under a judgment. Any person who's ever put their little fingers on my platforms, they belong to Shannon Hensley, nobody else. No little imposter, nobody. You're under judgment. And so, but anyway, I would suggest that you go watch the video called "I Don't Care How You Feel, Not a Nice Person." And it would behoove you, because your children's lives, if you give a rip about your kids, God spoke about your kids in a really big way. What you do is going to affect if your kids are going to live or die. In a situation, Jezebel was being talked about there. So anyway, again, if anything's blocked on my platform for any purposes, in any way, shape, or form, I have freedom of speech and rights. You are right now under a judgment. You and your whole household. Now and for future tense. What's hidden here, Most High God? I call upon the name that's above every name, Yehovah Elohim, who is Yeshua. I invite your presence here, Most High God, to just begin to speak. I think that you're going after your enemies, acting crazy. So the hangman in the reverse is in the hidden. You're dealing with people that cannot see from different perspectives. They're just like this. Can't can't see outside the box. This is about creativity. This is stuck energy. This could be poisonous stuff with that. That house goes back to poisons. It goes back to crazy confusion and the negative of its energy. But you're dealing with somebody who cannot see from different perspectives. They're not creative at all. Somebody in your hidden space is not creative at all. They probably thieve from other people's stuff. Okay, King Swords at the bottom of the deck, who's supposed to be a very sharp individual, but if he's coming out in the reverse, then the person's just, they got mental problems. In the reverse of his energy, he's got mental problems. In the upright, he's very sharp and he's on top of things and stuff like that. Why is this here in the hidden space for collective energy? The letter L is here and the letter J is here. Also, there's oppression in the hidden space. There's a judgment going to take place. The letter R is also here. There's a real liar out here in the hidden space in the phonics, where there's a ruler. The ruler may be a real liar as well. I don't know, depending on where you're from. There's a judgment going to take place. It's stormy. I keep seeing this card. It's defensiveness. It's blocking. If you're blocking people that you shouldn't be blocking, that's got warnings, then you're really not in a good place at all. You really are not. There is war going to take place. It's first happened in the heavens. Anyway, there is defensiveness that is here. There's a judgment. Somebody could be coming back around, and God is showing you if somebody's trying to come around you, maybe on a work site or something like that. The person's going to bring nothing but a defensive warfare. Somebody's got a judgment, or you're going to have to put a judgment call on something out here. Okay? The Most High said there's a fatal attraction around some of you all. And the person's crazy. You got the head of something here. The Hanging Man keeps coming out. Heads and decapitation and hanging energy. The head area. The last 3 days that I have read and talked about, it's all God keeps talking about. He's taking the heads off of people. Or somebody's headship could be being removed as well, or obviously somebody in headship is removing somebody, and the word fired came out, interpreted as you must. But somebody got a piece of crazy on their head somewhere in the hidden space that they're dealing with, and some headship is showing up out here. And I had FBI and the police come out really strong today. And so the letter R, the L, and the J, positive or negative. And there's been secrets out here. They're family secrets for some people. The 8 of Cups is like walking away or dying or going through the portal is also here. And somebody's invested 8 out of 10 cups in something. And there is strife. It just keeps showing up today. Okay. Anyway, show me this judgment. The Empress is coming out. The letter G is also here. There could be a pregnancy because the storks come out really, really strong today. And somebody has some type of getting your balance or secretly physically exchanging something. Wears a mask. Somebody wears a mask, and God is deliberately going to put something very physical on those scales which are uneven to him, that he calls an abominable thing, and he's going to even out some scales on somebody who's done some type of stupid thing. Your kids and your soulmates are out here attached to this matter that's in the hidden space. This judgment is somebody who sets up in a high place here, because the Empress is here. Now, the Emperor came out with the little player just a minute ago on the second reading, called inner work needs to be done in that reading. And there was nothing but fighting and stuff going on in that nonsense, okay? But somebody's dealing with somebody very perverted, and God's going to take the person just because they've lost their head, even just energetically. Something about the past is out here. Because something about your family, they did things on purpose out here. They most certainly did. And if somebody thought they did something in a real creative way, it was crazy out here. Or somebody's went crazy out of something that they did on purpose out here. That's in your hidden space in this matter. Show me that Hangman. If somebody's going to go to jail for some stuff, then they will. Because like I said, government kept coming out. Yeah, somebody's a fool. Somebody's a stupid fool out here. And these came out in the reverse. So we just seen the King of Swords. Now the Queen of Swords is coming out. She's in the reverse. This is her meaning in the reverse is a cuckoo. An absolute cuckoo. Again, that's what that is. Hangman is a kook. They're in the hidden space, and they're a nutcase. They a fool. They signed something they shouldn't. They're angry. There is no new beginning, no new start here with this in the reverse. They did something with money. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse means they're mad because somebody's going to come out of a... If they've been trying to stop somebody from having any kind of flow of money or something like that, they're mad because God's bringing a judgment and going to even out something that he's saying is abominable somewhere. And don't care about who the kook is here that's got some type of stupid thing where somebody threw somebody out or something like that on something. I don't know. Typically the 5 Pentacles is coming out of lack in the reverse of its energy. And if somebody's mad because somebody's going to come out of lack and this person's just some type of freaking stupid and they don't want somebody to, and why ever they would do that nonsense, it's going to happen anyway. God's not going to give this cuckoo what they want because somebody's a kook out here. The letter T is out here as well. Rattle. There's a rattlesnake. A poison rattlesnake is out here. So the snake came out in the hidden space in the second reading. And I get the word rattle. And with the Hangman being the 12th house and one of their meanings is poisoned, then somebody is very poisonous. And they're coming back to work. Or they're the ones getting fired because they're stupid, idiotic piece of nutcase on your job. And somebody get cut out here. Somebody in a high position is sitting somewhere. Somebody's a nutcase though. They should go to a psycho ward if that's the case. 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And things ain't what you think they are. There's manipulation going on in the home. This little rat is out here by this Ace of Cups. There ain't no real love out here. Somebody's in the reverse out here with the Queen of Swords. Or your ex involved in some crap out here going on. With the matter, show me this Queen of Swords, please. Sad because the Queen of Swords represents somebody who's very sharp. She is very smart. She is a professional. But in the reverse, she thinks she's all that in a bag of chips. She's very prideful. The fool, the 11th house goes back to genius. She thinks she's genius in her own mind. She's a kook though. Somebody's a cuckoo somewhere. She's a psychopath in the reverse of her energy. She's a habitual liar. She's got, she's a psycho. This person's a psycho. Show me this Queen of Swords, please. If she's going to go to jail, she ain't getting out. The mind. Okay, well, her mind's crazy. God's going to tell it. If I'm talking to the cuckoo, I was talking to the cuckoo yesterday, and all the mental stuff came out, and it came out in wording, pictures, meanings of the cards, as crazy as, and this is also a person who's distorted. Again, the mind is here. This is a confusion card. Somebody's crazy out here. They a kook. They lost their head. Alright, well, that's what's coming out on her. Show me the 6 of Pentacles, because God's going to even out these scales whether somebody else is mad, because God's going to do what God does, not a Jezebel. Jezebel don't run the earth. This person is a control freak in the reverse of her energy. Show me that energy. Yeah, cut. The head actually is... Look, people, God ain't messing around. You go cut somebody's head off. Even if it's just energetically making them lose their mind because they ain't none of God's. When you walk with God, you and I are sound. We have power because we keep our mind on God, and then he gives us power to trample on a serpent. This person's out of here. They're getting cut. Somebody losing their job out here on a work matter. So again, because something's happened underneath this headship. And somebody's been treated like a rug. Been stomped on like a rug out here, and God's going to make sure that somebody is going to get what's due to them in a very legal way as well. There's a payout coming for some of you all. This is a judgment card, so it's here twice. So I wanted to look at that Six of Pentacles, which is that payout, which is right underneath that judgment. A judgment does come out on it, and it is about something being given here. Well, it is somebody mad about it. It's just too freaking bad. Somebody's just an idiot around some stuff. Show me more information. Somebody stole some stuff. It don't belong to them. Don't belong to them, and they just think they did be some type of stupid. The thievery card just wants to jump. Again, somebody out of your house, for a lot of you all, did this thing, whatever this is. Home security could be here. With government coming out today and the police and stuff, it's a home security card. You could be getting fired for some things that you're doing. That's illegal. And I guess you threw your whole job away if that's what's going on. Anyway, the crap comes out all the time anyway. It's thievery. Anyway, I guess whatever this is, something with your family is going to be affected with this judgment out here. The lady in the she's always in the hidden space. Always. She's at the top of the deck. So whoever the person is, if you're upright, you're upright. If you're not, you're not. What else is out here, please? What else is out here? Look, the house is here again. It's here twice. Could be dealing with a real estate person. I don't know, but something about homes are here. And a coffin is here. Somebody could have died in their home. Somebody stole something in somebody's home. Something's just ending in general with that coffin being there. Whether it's an actual death or not. For some people, this is a death matter because the Messiah said somebody was decaying by water somewhere. That won't be for everybody, but just, you know, decaying energy is death. And so the 8th house is out here. Whatever this is, something with your mother specifically, or your mother, or something with a grandparent, or something has happened out here, whether you're up or not, or somebody's aunt specifically just came out as well. God says there's danger out here. Don't care who's mad, who's lost their head on some crazy thing, trying to put blocks and stuff somewhere attached to something going on. God gets the last say, and if people don't do what's correct out here with this legal thing that's going on, or whatever needs to be balanced out because it's an abomination, you would be in danger out here. Again, God's judging. God's judging people for not being upright, folks. It's ridiculous, wealthy energy. Yeah, well, there's thievery out here. There's thievery. There's at least 2 people involved in this matter. This is like going somewhere. There's been something that's taken place on a trip, or if you're thinking about going to take a trip somewhere, your soulmates came out. There's something here about somebody thieving something. Give us some words. You got 24 hours out here to get something right. And then there's a sickle out here. There's a cut. Suffering. Somebody has been crude at a bar. This is interesting. Yesterday, on my other platform, we had that bar that came out the day before on a reading. God literally brought the scene of a bar out. People sitting around. The picture of the tavern was there. And some top stupid Jezebel kook was there. Something's happening around some drinking, or somebody's suffering. That's all they do, sit around and drink because some nonsense going on. I don't know. Whatever the bar is freaking about, God's just bringing it out here. Okay? That's separation. That's right here. It's somebody's head. For some people, this is a literal decapitation. It goes to your kids. And like I said, I didn't say that. God said it out of his word. What somebody has done has cost even future tense of their family members' heads to come off of something. That some stupid idiots lost their mind. Even if it's just they went crazy. Something about your head is here being cut. I'm being reminded. Thank you, Most High. I haven't thought about this in years. I think I have it written down somewhere in a journal somewhere. I was sitting in my house. It was years ago. way before any of this stuff with me ever happened. I was living down south by the Branson area, and I sat, and all of a sudden, the cable box on the television just began to flash. Decap, 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 decap. And I heard decapitation of the head is what I heard. God, I haven't thought about this in a long time. I let God talk to me about that, and I don't remember all the details of that, but he was showing me things about a decapitation of head. And that's all he's talking about the last 3 days on my platforms. And how, I mean, he's bringing all these sharp objects out. This has a meaning of the head. We've got hanging energy that's here with this card. You know, people's mind is out here, and people losing their head, and they're just going crazy nowadays. And something's out here around that energy, and God is not messing around. And if he's having to literally just say, "Look, I'm putting judgments," and for some people it may be a literal decapitation. The Queen of Swords came out the other day in a totally different deck, and she's holding the head. When I was showing all this sharp objects kept coming out on the reading, and the Most High said that he cuts the wicked transgressor out of the earth because the head ain't right. And God just reminded me about that. He prophesied all this stuff years ago. He often does that with me. There are things that are going on right now that when I was 9 years old, it's very vivid to me. I was 9 years old, and God gave me a huge prophecy that I'm just now seeing come to pass. And I can remember vividly that I was 9 years old when he gave me that. God speaks, and a lot of things going to take place in the future, like I said. I don't know what you're caught up in, folks, but your homes are here. And people want to be stubborn, crazy, and guilty, and stupid. There's death here. And whether somebody just absolutely lose their mind through being crazy and mental, or literally being decapitated, the head area is being dealt with God, because the whole head is sick. Shatarabahaya. That's exactly right. And the scripture does say, because the whole head is sick. The whole head is sick. There is a separation out here in a really big way. And the Most High said, he gonna get last say. Not you, not me, God is. Last I heard, the Most High's running the earth. Yeah, and this came out the other day with all that bar stuff. It just wants to jump out. It says, how often is the candle of the wicked put out? And how often does their destruction come upon them? It says God distributes sorrow in his anger. They are stubble before the wind, and as chaff that the storm carries away. There is, so I had heavy storms that came out that first reading that I began to do, and all those sharp objects kept coming out, and all that cutting energy kept coming out. We began to talk about people being cut. Anyway, God's just going to be true to his word, folks. If you're upright, then this is what's happening to our enemies. You got your head, you got your head. There's separating going on in the earth realm. I don't know who you are, but people who are wicked, they're going to burn. It says they're stubble before God, like the wind and the chaff that the storm just carries away. They ain't nothing. It says God lays up his iniquity for his children. And that's exactly what was being talked about today from a prior headship that done some evil. It cost them their sons' heads were literally cut off and put in a basket. And the other account that was being talked about was hangings of the heads. Understand, folks? Are you under a judgment today? Some of you are. Some of you all are going to see the vengeance of God on your enemy. It says God lays up his iniquity for his children. And he rewards him. And he's going to know it. And his eyes are going to see the destruction. What a devastation. What a devastation. And what's it saying? And he shall drink of the wrath of the Almighty. The bar is God mixing that drink. Here you go, have double there. I don't know about y'all, but God makes me cringe. In the fear of God, we have strong confidence. God tells us that people should have the fear and the dread when we come around, because why? God's on us. We ain't nothing. But when it comes to our enemies and people that hates God, want to be some type of, I'll do what I want to do, I don't think so, we're going to push you back. Say, what did you say? Because God says this, and you better get some fear. You out. The people of God are going to walk big and tall in the earth in a very humble way before their maker, but with confidence. Either you do or you don't. Either you do or you don't. So the letter B is coming out, and the letter U is coming out. All right? And military is out here. You could just be dealing with somebody in the military. I don't know. This is making some type of a progress, and God's doing it. He's putting sickle in finally. He's gonna do some stuff. It's gonna affect some homes out here. This is bad karma and the negative of its rune out here, and so a baby is out here attached to something going on. It always comes out. It's also a joy rune, because God's gonna take care of some stuff. God's taking care of some stuff. At the bottom of the deck, the last word is God telling you and I that there is no other God beside him. There is none beside me, he says. I'm a just God. And I'm a savior, he says. But you got to call out upon him. You think you're going to sit here in some type of cuckoo state thinking, oh, I'll get out of this. I'll live in this world the way I want to. You can. It's going to cost you, though. It's stupid for you to be that way. But that's your choice, man. You got free will. But God says there's none beside me. And I'm just. And I'm a savior. And there is none beside me. So look unto me, all you ends of the earth, and be saved. For I am Elohim, I am God, and there's none else. I swore all by myself, God said, and the word went out of my mouth in righteousness, and it's not going to return to me void. So what he says, it's going to do. That every knee shall bow, and every tongue shall confess that Jehovah is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, or the Adonai. There is no other. Everything else is false demonic nonsense. Some people are in this demon sacrificing stuff and cost their ever-living freaking mind. Jezebel's out here. Queen of Swords in the reverse is Jezebel that was being talked about today. Jezzy's leaving the earth, and all her little sons and everything else that she's done. She's whoever this person is, think they run the show out here. That's it. They nutcase. They nutcase. The B and the U, the R came out here. The G and the L, the J, the N, the T, and the K came out here. Good luck. Those of you in the upright, let us just stand firm. God's doing some big business in the earth realm. We're going to rejoice when all the wicked people are just blown away in these storms that God's bringing energetically, spiritually, naturally, emotionally. He's cleaning house, folks. He really, really is. And those of you who are on the kingdom side, God bless you all. Those of you who want to stay on Jezzy's side, see ya. I wouldn't want to be ya. Have a great day.